First of all, thank you very much for the opportunity to exchange views, even though it's not normal to have such a session after elections with the outgoing parliament and the new parliament starting in September. I had a few issues and questions for what both the Commission and the external services raised. After elections, of course, the most important things for us as a political party, but as a parliament, is issues with elections. And I followed very eagerly the report in the European Parliament together with some other colleagues, and I want to thank Mr. Schieder, but also Mr. Andrew Kovachev for that report and for the work of all political groups, but specifically for elections, and this is linked also with a question to the Commission and external services. The issues raised in the OSCE ODIHR report are different than any other time. They speak about breach of the Copenhagen criteria. They speak about use of public resources. They speak about influence of the public administration and the public administration taking part in the electoral process. They speak about public funds being used for elections, but also influence of criminal groups in several cities. These were the first elections with negotiations opened. And I believe that this is a missed opportunity for Albania. Not only the Copenhagen criteria were breached, but also the guideline of the Council of Europe, the European Convention for Human Rights, the framework for the national minorities, the guidelines of ODIHR on democratic lawmaking, and several other conventions that Albania adheres to. I am sorry to say that for the last 12 years, the Albanian parliament has not been able to do a fully fledged electoral reform addressing all these issues. But secondly, a lot of these issues are also linked with the political will. How should we deal and start with the new session in September, having in mind that elections and fundamental rights are part of Cluster 1 fundamentals, which was opened first, but as everyone here recognized, should be closed for integration and for negotiations to proceed. And secondly, we discussed also during the visit of a couple of weeks ago in the European Parliament that Albania has an asset that no other country in the region has. The opposition has supported the European integration process. The opposition has supported this process not with words, but with concrete political acts. But we want this process to be used to really change and transform the country. No one needs a European integration process where things happen on paper and democratic standards and norms are not changed on the ground in the country. So my call to all parts here is, let's use this process, first of all, to change elections, to speak about the problems that elections had, and I was very happy that the Foreign Affairs Committee President announced that by the beginning of next year a fact-finding mission in Tirana will take place. And secondly, let's see how this European integration process and accession process will be used to improve elections and to continue speak about the elections. These were my initial comments on this first part of the meeting. Thank you.